Hello. How's everybody doing? On a fine Monday night. Everybody's doing good. Fish. Today is lovely weather. Sick of school? Yeah, I can feel it. I mean, well, not that I can feel it, but I can totally understand. May is when that kind of like, especially right at the end of May, it's like, oh, can't wait till school's done. Yeah. Still a little early, so we're just gonna kind of chill a little bit before we officially start. But anybody eating any interesting snacks? Any interesting munchies, I guess? Also, yeah, we got a little of a change up. So we're gonna have Jaren modding for us. I think Kevin's still around. He told me he might be like shadowing, or he might hop in a little bit later. But so everybody, welcome Jaren. I believe this is their first stream. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jaren. I don't know if it's your first stream, but I think you said it was your first stream. So everybody, welcome Jaren. And yeah, it'll be good. Let's see, what do people do? It's damp and drizzling where I am. Oh man, over here is the complete opposite. It is like super nice. There's some clouds in the sky. Weather's not too cold. Our softball team is doing some practicing, so I went to go get a little bit of some practice before coming over and starting stream. But yeah, let's see, eating a hot dog. that's pretty good. You graduated this year. Nice. Grace, nice to hear that you graduated. And a hot dog, I'm hoping is that a snack or is that a dinner? Because I feel like it could go both ways for a hot dog. I feel like if it's a dinner, it's not enough. But if it's a snack, it's too much. You know what I mean? Avocado smoothie. Okay, nice. Biscuits. Haichus. Oh, can't go wrong with Haichu. And Haichu and Fanta. That's an interesting combination. Hello, Quinn. Quinn can finally make a stream. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Lamba spread. Really? Oh, that's cool. I feel like there's so many resources outside for like recreating food from like shows or movies, so that's kind of cool. I've never tried it before, but I feel like it would be like a fun activity to do. Waffles? I see. Nice. Depends how you dress it up. That's true. I feel like if the hot dog is big and if you put like maybe extra toppings on it, I don't know, maybe I feel like I could always eat maybe like 1.5. 1.5 hot dogs is the perfect amount, you know? 2 hot dogs, maybe a little bit much, but I don't know. Hot dog is a snack. Okay. Kidnap your friends. Nice. Glad to see that your friends are here to join us. You can't kidnap people. Only a bun. 2 hot dogs is optimal. I don't know. 2 hot dogs always feels like. I guess it also depends on how hungry you are. Because if you're really hungry, I guess 2 hot dogs is like also like really good. Especially if you're craving hot dogs, then it hits the spot. But I don't know. I feel like I'm getting old now to a point where I can't eat that much anymore. I'm getting old, guys. My back gave out. I played volleyball. Well, I said I played, but I like played 1 set and then I spazzed my back a bit. So I was like out the whole day. It's sad. I don't know if it's because I'm old or if it's an old injury coming up, but coffee maker broke. No. Oh, that's why you're here. Okay, cool. Well, sounds like everybody's having a nice time. So we're gonna get started, and we'll jump into the world map stream today. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Since this one is, kind of like we're kind of back to our usual stream. So if you were here for my past, I think 2 streams, I don't think I covered any of the art challenges. So we'll kind of go back to basics where we'll do our intro, then we're gonna do our art challenge shoutouts, and then we'll do the main stream topic. So yeah. So I guess we'll just jump right into the welcome and the hello of the stream. So hello everybody, welcome to the stream. If you don't know who I am, my name is Josh. I'm one of the instructors from Wing Canvas. I teach illustration and animation. And if you don't know who Wing Canvas is, or like who we are, our mission at Wing Canvas is to make art education easily accessible to everyone. Join us for free live stream lessons every week. And we're not just a YouTube channel, we're an online school of illustration helping art nerds turn their passion into income. And shout out to our amazing students and members for supporting our mission. We love seeing your incredible artwork and watching your skills improve in our classes and weekly critiques. If you're an art nerd, be sure to join our Discord, where you can find our notes and artworks from streams, as well as art challenges and other resources to help you improve as an artist. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Glad you guys can make it, and well, I guess we'll jump right into it. I guess let me see if there's anything else. Oh, this Friday, so maybe I'll bring this back. I am going to be doing live critiques. So if there's any members here on chat, yes, I am doing the live critiques, so that would be on the 31st, the last day of May. So if you guys are available and want to get some critiques from me that are going to be live, they're going to be happening on Discord. I will be doing them this Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you're not part of the tier that gives you a live critique, no problem. You can always come and sit and kind of just spectate and just see some critiquing happening. Yeah, and then usually maybe if I go over time, or if I'm like I'm not really doing anything afterwards, I don't mind staying a little bit later and just chilling and chatting with everybody. Oh, but I do realize I might be a little bit late on the critique, because I realized I have volleyball finals, and I think it goes up to 9:30 or 10. So I might have to put an update on the time, and just we might start a little bit later than 10, but yeah, somewhere around there. So keep an eye out on the members chat, and I will let you guys know. Yeah, will you critique my soul? That sounds a little bit too heavy for it's out of my job description to critique the soul. But I like that question. That's a neat question. Submitting an art piece. Hey, let's go. We're slowly chipping away at that Alex Ross piece. I like to see it. Why is you and Faye drawn in the same style, but Iggy and Jesse are not? Oh, are we? Oh, that's true. I guess we never updated the icons or avatars. Yeah, Jessie's in her usual gremlin. I think that's what she calls it, her gremlin avatar. And then Iggy is the one that he did himself. And then these are kind of the old default Wing Canvas avatars. I guess we never updated them for the new ones that we have when we stream. Like Faye has her own, and I have my own as well. So yeah, that's true. I never noticed that. I'll do it for $10. Critiquing the soul for $10. Out of my pay grade. Yeah. Have you gotten the hair fixed in your Alex Ross piece? Yeah, I'm very excited to see how these go. Okay, so we'll kind of get started on the art challenges. So if you guys didn't know, every month we have a new art challenge, and this month was the challenge of map overviews. So that's kind of why the topic of this stream is also map overviews, so that it kind of lines up with the art challenges. And every week, or like every live stream that we have, if we have time as the kind of the streamer, I guess, if we have time, then we'll kind of give a shout out to the community. But we try to do it every stream, at least in the beginning. So yeah, this is going to be the time where we shout out our community and give them a little spotlighting for, you know, just being a part of our community and just throwing out some love to the people who make up our community. And the first one up is by Swamp Fire. I don't remember if they wrote anything. I guess I should have checked if they wrote anything. And let me see. I think they wrote Swamp Kingdom Capital, name still pending. City is my OC Katupu. Arakan was born and raised. Okay, that's kind of cool. I really like this more graphic take on a road, the kind of world map. Always love these, kind of very reminiscent of almost like Renaissance or medieval style. So that's always neat. Really love just like a simplification and the simplification is not really a word. Simplification of the map design. Everything's like really clear and clean. I like this, just like a throwback to almost like old world map designs. If you guys didn't know, for OCAD, which was the university I went to, my thesis was actually about world maps before people knew about the world or like how the world looked like. So this kind of reminds me of the research that I did. A lot of maps kind of look like this, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, Swampfire, thank you for your submission, and I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one is by Mad Stylist. Also, another one that feels similar, well, not similar, but more on the graphics side, but a little bit more modernized. And it looks like there's like a whole kind of ecosystem that's developed for this world. So that's really, really cool. I like that. I'm really curious as to like the world and the lore of this one. So this one's definitely piquing my interest in terms of like just like the lore of this world and kind of what all of this kind of stuff means. Gives me a bit of Fallout vibes, so I don't know, kind of neat. And I like this over top view, almost kind of like a moon station. I also like the font you picked as well for this map. Kind of matches the whole just tone and vibe of it. Really cool, very alien vibes from it, like the movie Alien. So that's cool. Thank you, Mad Stylist, for submitting. And then we got the last one here is by Eret. You know, I just realized this. This looks traditionally done, which is really, really cool. I wonder how you did the paper. You know, some people paint with like coffee, so I would not be surprised if there was some kind of like coffee stains used to paint this, or maybe tea. I don't know, tea or coffee maybe to paint it, or just maybe good old watercolor. I don't know, but love the suggested kind of burnt or worn out edges to the world map, so that's really cool. And I just really like the font and the iconography that you used for this map. Really cool. Really love these cartoonier simple shapes. Yeah, awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, that was the art community little shout out that we do. So again, just a reminder, if you want to be a part of our monthly challenges, every month we put up a challenge in the art challenge channel of our public Discord server. I guess the month is coming to an end, so I guess if you still want to submit it, you could. Yeah, I guess you technically have one more live stream because we stream on Saturdays. So if you guys submit anything from now till the 31st, you might still get picked for the monthly shoutouts. And who knows, maybe your piece will get a little show and tell here on our live stream. So yeah, and I don't think I know what the next month is. I don't know. I feel like usually the team who puts the challenges together, they keep it a little bit of a secret. So yeah, you guys should keep your eyes peeled for the next challenge. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what people put up there. So yeah, here's a little flash of the submissions. Yeah, thank you everybody who submitted. Really happy that you guys are participating in this. It's always fun to see what the community makes and their ideas, and just kind of also the different styles and approaches to the challenges, as well as also always fun to see. So yeah, thank you everybody who submitted. And then now to, I guess, the main event. We're going to be doing world map designs. Now, let me see, what did I put out? For the options, I put out apocalyptic, magic, and what is it? Mystical and magical, I think. And then I think sci-fi, and then medieval. And then I think mystical and magical just defeated the apocalyptic one. It was really narrow. I think it was like 34 to like 36%. So yeah, it's really tight. I wanted to see apocalyptic. You know, Quinn, maybe if I have time, or if if I'm feeling it, I'll put in a little bit of an apocalyptic theme at the corner or end of the world map. But just in case you guys don't know what a world map, kind of like an overview world map is, I grabbed some examples here. I think, yeah, all of these are ones that I've played before, so these are all from video games, and I think I might kind of head in that direction. I think I want to do a video game-esque type of world map. I think that would be really, really cool. So this one up here, this one is from Scott Pilgrim, the video game. So if you guys didn't know, Scott Pilgrim has a video game called Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I think this is like the world map. It's supposed to be reminiscent of like the Mario world. And then this one is from Cult of the Lamb, and it's like really cool as well. Very like stylized, kind of kept in the style of the video game as well, and uses these very simple iconography and images to represent like the just the general world. So it's really, really cool. And then this one, I guess this is a little bit spoilers. If anyone's not played Hollow Knight, I guess if you don't want to know too much about how the world map looks like, here, I'll just show this part. Because to be fair, I also have not beat Hollow Knight yet, so I don't know too much about what the world looks like. But I would say this is like the beginning level. But yeah, this is kind of the world map for Hollow Knight. Sorry, it's a little bit of a pixelated type of map, but hopefully from these you can kind of see there's different ways to approach it. There's different kind of styles. This one's more of like a level map to track where you are in the game, whereas like these ones are more general. They're not really there to guide your direction and finding places to go, but it's more just like a summary of the overworld map, I guess. And then we got, of course, one from Cuphead. So I feel like I'm leaning more towards these two in terms of approach for today's map. I think I kind of want to do something similar to these two. This way we can draw still some like funny characters, maybe some funny little icons and everything. And then we got one last one from Hyper Light Drifter. If you guys don't know, Hyper Light Drifter is an amazing game. Art style, music, just the atmosphere is really, really well done. But it's a little bit of a tough game if you guys have never played it before. But yeah, it also has a really cool UI and art style. So yeah, I kind of wanted to shout out some games that have like really cool overmaps. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, Swampfire, you're here. I was notified my map was featured. Oh, hello. Yeah, your map was featured. I kind of just showed off some of the community stuff. So here's your map. Give it a little presentation. Don't know if you're still here, but yeah. Okay, so this is the tutorial I need. Okay. I'm glad you could join us. Yeah. Artist in chat. Yeah, definitely artist in chat. Okay, I am going to now start our world map design, and maybe I'll do some roughs first. I think like coming up with some roughs is always a good idea. So I'm gonna just kind of write down the theme just in case some people weren't here and didn't kind of hear what the topic or the theme is. But our theme is mystical and magical. Mystical and magical. And maybe with a sprinkle of apocalyptic. So we'll see. Let's see. What do I want? I do want a very stylized and simple world map where we can kind of essentially see everything. Sorry, I'm kind of readjusting my tablet spot. Okay. I do want it to be like very cartoony, so maybe I'll list off just kind of the direction or vibes I want to go for. Kind of cartoony, a little zany and wild, zany and wacky, zany and wacky and zany. I kind of want to do where like the map looks like a character. I feel like that would be really, really cool. We'll have the map look like a character. Not like, you know, sometimes like a fallen giant, you know, that's kind of like the cliche, or it's built on a skull looking type of thing, you know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should add on to it. Is there in Benson Boone's End of the World? Oh, is that what it's in? Write in all my favorite words. Fallen Giant. Yeah, Fallen Giant I think would be good. Fallen Giant. I feel like those are always fun. You can't go wrong with a Fallen Giant type of kind of island or kind of map theme. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We definitely can't go too detailed because obviously with the time restriction and our limited kind of just limited stream time will kind of limit the amount of detail I can add to it, but I feel like this is a good amount of things to kind of just keep us guided and keep us in the right direction. So this is going to be essentially the themes that will keep us on track, or I guess that's the goal. The goal is that hopefully this will keep us on track. And then I'm going to do some roughs. So I always highly recommend students check out some roughs, just because, you never know what ideas you might come up with as you make more and more, and you don't just trust your first gut instinct. What's the scale? You mean of my canvas right now? Here, I'll show you the inches. It's 18 by 10, but the world map, I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking more just like a more square type of world map, but honestly, we will see how it goes depending on like what ideas kind of pop up while doing the roughs. So for a world map, I think what I want to do is come up with some just shapes. How do you do that? Well, when you make a file, you can always set the parameters or the sizes of your canvas. So if you like go to new, you'll see the window. You can always see what the dimensions are, and you can kind of work off that if you want to start your piece like that. But roughs, yeah, I'm gonna just start off with some silhouettes and some shapes. So I'm just gonna draw a few squares here, because I feel like I'm leaning more towards a square-like shape for our map. So just gonna come up with a few. I don't think I'm gonna come up with like 5 different ideas, but I'm just drawing 5 squares just for the sake of it. And then what I want is to do some just blobs, just some splotches, and see what ideas I come up with by putting down some blobs. Maybe we'll use a square brush, see what interesting shapes can come off from it. Let's see. I feel like the weirder and wackier the land, kind of better. I also want like little islands connected by bridges too. Oh, if it's like a giant, maybe we can have the giant be like here. It's fallen down. Maybe it's like this over here. Can't make it too detailed, but we can't. I feel like I don't want to make it too obvious that it's like a giant or anything. So maybe we'll just have like the head kind of there, and it's kind of floating in the water. There's definitely 5 squares. Make him do the Peter. I don't even know what that is, Quinn. I've never heard of that. What is the Peter Griffin death pose? There's definitely 5. Oh well, 6 squares. Yeah. 5 squares right here. You know. Okay, maybe if we don't do the whole dead giant in the water, maybe we'll just have like these splotches of land. Kind of creating these, trying to figure out like what would the relationship between these islands be, and how would that affect maybe like the different worlds or the different landscapes. We can kind of think of those things too, thinking of things like the weather, the climate of all of these islands, and how does that affect maybe the way these islands look, maybe the colors that these islands have. Yeah, I don't know about you, but for you guys, but I loved looking at the maps when you get a book. I don't know, maybe because I always love trying to just look for pictures in books. So when you get older and the books no longer have pictures, you're kind of just like, oh, but you know, what if, you know, it's like, oh, you see these maps in the beginning of books, and it's like, oh, these are kind of like pictures. And I feel like that's kind of what maps were like for me. When I read like Lord of the Rings or Narnia or Aragon, I don't know if anybody knows about like Aragon, but that one, I was like, oh, look at those, look at these, look at that map. Map's just like so interesting to look at. Or maybe we can do like these floating islands. Maybe we'll do like floating islands and not be too obvious with the giant or anything. So this is why, again, hopefully you can kind of see why it's a good idea to do like multiple roughs, because like as you do it, you kind of, it piques new interest, piques new kind of ideas and concepts and approaches, and be like, oh, what if I do this? It's like, oh, what if I have this going over here and everything? Kind of just makes things more interesting. Also, we gotta add like, you know, like legends and like maybe some extra stuff on the sides. I don't think there's anyone here, but like sometimes, you know, maps, they'll put like a name on the top, and then they'll have like a little, I don't know, compass rose as well over there, and then maybe we could put like the legend over here at the bottom. The legend. Cerebral Cortex Peninsula. That's a crazy name. Creature Catcher map. That sounds like an awesome name. Floating islands are my favorite. Yeah, I feel like floating islands just look awesome, you know. Let me see. What else? What other shapes can we come up with? Oh, what if it's all like triangular? You know, we got the, maybe it's like a crown up here. And then we got like floating islands that start becoming... I don't want it to be too symmetrical either though, but I feel like a triangular formation for the lands would be kind of neat. Be kind of cool. You know, and it's also supposed to be like mystical and magical, you know, so definitely shouldn't be too realistic. Maybe like these are like, there's like a big mountain, and this could be like a flat valley over here, and then here this could be like those big ravines, almost kind of like a canyon type. So yeah, we can. Ooh, I'm kind of feeling this one. This one could be kind of cool. Yeah. Maybe this one we can make the canvas a little bit more vertical than the other ones. Floating? Oh, floating. We could add some floating. That would be kind of neat too. Okay, let's see. What else can we do? Oh, what if we do like a split in half? We have one half that like is one way. And then there's a giant ravine. Is it a ravine? Maybe it's not called a ravine, but there's a giant split in the middle. They're like two different lands, two different worlds. They're separated, but they're really, really close to each other. You got these like floating little smaller islands off on the side. I feel like that one could be kind of cool. And we haven't even really gone into the details, so like, I don't know, I guess you guys can use your bit of imagination for these. Like, we can still think of like, where would pockets of water be, where would like maybe waterfalls, maybe would there be like canyons or mountains in between inside of these lands and everything, and like maybe they're connected and whatever. So, you know, you can always think about like this, the stuff inside, but right now because we're just trying to figure out like, oh, what's the story, what is like the shapes of everything. I feel like I want us to get started with that, and then maybe we can, and then we'll work in the details in afterwards. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do a good old maybe spiral type island. You know, we didn't really do a spiral type island. I feel like that could be kind of neat. It's like a little intestine looking type of island. I feel like this could be kind of cool. This looks mystical and magical as the theme of our stream is. I feel like this would be kind of cool. Like a circular type. would the world ever be developed in this way? You know, I'm not thinking too much about the logistics. I feel like I'm just kind of going with it and be like, oh, you know what would be cool if we had this? Or like, oh, what if we had that for the lands? I think that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. I don't think if it's, especially on the more fictional, fantastical side, I don't think you need to be too complicated or too realistic in terms of like whether these lands would physically be able to manifest in this kind of way. But okay, let's just say it's these 6. I feel like these are some pretty good approaches. So we got A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and I'm gonna try to put in a poll. Okay, which rough option? Okay, let's see. Let's go 1. Oh wait, what's it's A, B, C, D. Oh, I can only do 4 options. Dang, that's lame. That's so lame. I can only go up to D. I guess you guys can put it in the chats if you want to. I can't have more. That's lame. Okay, so whichever one you guys vote for, I guess whichever one stands out to me the most, then that's the one I'm gonna go for. But yeah, you guys can put in the letters that you guys want. Okay, I see a lot of F's in the chat. Definitely was not planning for it. Oh, look, Kevin showed up. Look at that. Oh my gosh. We got 1A. Fruity put in an A. oh, we got ANFs. ANFs, I see a little bit. It does look like unanimously. It looks like it's leaning more towards F. The fallen golem is sick. It is cool. That's true. I mean, you know, I can still put in a little bit of like maybe the head of the golem. I could put a bit of like the head into F, you know. Fallen Mike Wazowski. Oh my goodness. Why is it Mike Wazowski? Oh, we're just kind of voting on which one I should go with, but it seems like F. Everybody's leaning towards F, so we'll go with F then. So then what I'll do for anybody who's kind of like, you know, trying to figure out like how do I, or just trying to maybe take notes on how I start like a piece. I'll do some roughs, kind of get some ideas going. And then once there's one that I like, I'll usually lasso tool around it, and I'll copy it, and I'll just paste it on top. And then you'll see that a new file shows up, and then we'll kind of blow this one up, make it a bit bigger, a little bit larger. Oops. Get a little bit larger. Something like that, maybe. I feel like that's a good size to work off of. Right middle idea. Right. You mean you mean this one? Or this one? There's only one middle, I guess, so it would be either B or E. I don't know. Although on the left side, but there's no middle. There's only 2 rows. I mean, you can always just say the letter, you know, B. It's like B. Just say the letter. But no, I kind of just made these up off the top of my head, just to kind of see, you know, which one kind of stood out. But that's also true. The one on the left, but right middle. That's funny. I see what you're doing there, trying to throw me off, you know. Oh, that was cup. Oh, you're talking about like this one? Oh, you mean these ones? Yeah, this one is Cuphead. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the examples. Okay, let's see. I wanna figure out how large the scale to make this world map, because I don't really want to take up the whole canvas. Or should I have it take up the whole canvas space? Maybe I would have it take up the whole canvas space. Let's Let's see. We're gonna elongate it. Elongate it a little bit. It looks pretty good. And then we can save a little bit of the top corner for some like fonts or some text. I think that's pretty good. Okay. And let's see. I feel like blue. Starting off with blue would be a good start. Just to kind of get a base color down. That might be a little bit too blue. Let's move it up. I feel like that. Oh, I like that. That's a good video game. Video game blue right there. Maybe a little blue. No, actually, I like the previous one. This one's good. I like this one. Okay. This one's gonna be our base. We got A, people. Definitely A. Okay, you know what? I will add a little bit of the giant's head there, so don't worry. We're not completely omitting the parts about A that you guys like. Hey, cool, nice. You made a map. Awesome. What's the use of feeling blue? Oh, cool. Wow, awesome. Thanks, Fruity. That's so, you know, I'm happy to hear that you took one of our drawings and you made it into one of your wallpapers, especially one of mine. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, the black and white version ended up pretty sick. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the last stream I did a cyberpunk city painting, and that one I kind of gave a GIF version, a blue version, and a black and white version. And honestly, the black and white turned out not too bad too. Video game blue. Yeah, this video game blue, I don't know, it just gives me video game blue vibes. You know, I don't know if people know what I mean by that, but you know, gives me those vibes. Okay. We're gonna kind of chart out these lands, and I definitely do want it to be like very colorful. Maybe on like a peachy orange color. I'm gonna try out some colors just to see what kind of works. I feel like that's a little bit too... We're going for more of like a yellow color? I don't know. Kind of testing out some color combinations, seeing which one I'm feeling. Okay, you know, I kind of like this one. Okay, so we're just gonna quickly block it out, block out these shapes, and then we're gonna kind of shape them and carve them out later. So right now I'm just kind of mapping out the shapes of these islands, and I do think I want to lean more in towards the cartoonier approach. So definitely gonna kind of outline these and keep it flat, keep the details down to a minimum maybe, and also probably go for a more rounder shape language. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool. F in the chat. I think it was like wasn't it a Call of Duty thing, or am I wrong? Did it not start with Call of Duty? The F's in the chat. I feel like that was a Call of Duty thing, but maybe it wasn't. I think it is, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know where it came from. It was COD? Okay. Yeah, because it was like press F to pay respects or something. Internet culture. So fascinating. So these world maps, they're not really meant to be too realistic. So I would say, you know, this is kind of like the best time to just kind of have fun and kind of go wild with the looks and the designs of these worlds and not worry too much about the so-called quote-unquote realism. I think it's kind of totally okay to have a little bit of fun and let loose a little bit with the creative decisions on how things look. So that's kind of why with this one, I think it was more important to come up with the idea and come up with some like interesting shapes. Because, you know, if you think about it, like even our own kind of world and lands, like, you know, the land shapes, yeah, there's some science behind it, so to speak, but they kind of look random, you know. It's all just kind of happenstance and coincidence and luck that kind of made the lands look the way that they do. So I think we can kind of also approach map making in the same way too. The shapes of the lands themselves, I don't think it's really necessary to get too busy and detailed as to how they look, but you can be a little bit looser with them. Okay, I'm gonna add the head of the giant. So this is what we have so far. This is kind of our block-in, just so that we have some like shapes to work with. I think it's a pretty cool shape. Looks cool versus realistic. Heck yeah. Oh, does it? I have not finished Breath of the Wild, so I don't know to which one you refer, but that's kind of cool. Also, I guess the color scheme kind of also leans towards the Breath of the Wild color scheme, so I can kind of see it. Or I can kind of see how that would happen. Okay, I'm also going to create a frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the inside, like here. And then I'm just going to inverse the selection. And then I'm just going to make a boundary. Little frame. I think that's kind of cool. Little frame for our drawing. And also, not to make it just like a cream off-white kind of color, I think it also makes it kind of neat. Okay, this is pretty good. Frame. Okay, let's name this the giant. Giant's head. I'm definitely gonna have to come up with a rough first, so I'm gonna come up with a drawing first. Then we'll fill it in. At the oh, true, yeah, I can overlay a paper texture on it afterwards. Yeah. You finished it like 6 times. That's crazy. Set a goal. What is this? If we reach 10 teal or higher, we'll schedule a traditional map stream for Josh. Can we pull this off without the fancy tools? What? Oh, this is new. That's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. Oh, it's a super chat goal. That's kind of neat. I don't know. Maybe only I see this. I guess Kevin set it up. He's toying with us right now. He's toying with me. Curse you, Kevin. No, I'm just kidding. Also, I think I'm gonna... maybe we'll carve out this part for like a name. So we gotta come up with a name, guys. For our land, for our island, gotta come up with a name. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna shrink it down a bit so we have space for the giant's head. And like I said, gonna draw a little rough. I kind of want to put it like here, somewhere. I think that'd be kind of cool. Have a little floating head. Maybe we could put like an arm over here too. Just a little hand that comes up. It's like I don't know. I don't know what kind of hand this would be, but it's just going like it's reaching out. And then gotta have a thumb kind of protruding outside of it. So it feels like it, you know, this hand's got depth to it, you know. It's like, oh. Yes, I make noises while I'm drawing stuff, but yeah. Should we test Josh? The Spiral of Dreams. That's not a bad title. You know what? I'll write it down here. We'll go some names. Spiral of Dreams. Maybe Spiral Isle of Dreams. Ooh. Maybe we'd see this part. See a little bit of the top. Should we be a little closer? Maybe a little closer. Oh, Quinn! Whoa! Thank you, Quinn. Look at that. Thank you, Quinn, for the 5. Josh can even make a map stream into a character design. Hey, I was just like, hey, you know, gotta have some fun with it, you know. Should we just have the nose? Ooh, we should have the nose be like just really long, Usopp style nose, you know. Little love for some One Piece fans. The one Teals are more expensive, so y'all have to do the rest. The One Piece Isle of Spiral Dreams. I mean, we could do that too. Isle of Spiral Dreams. I feel like this is a mixture of Usopp and also, you know, what is it? Shoot, I forgot the name. Soul Eater. It's a Soul Eater combined with Soul Eater combined with One Piece. The One Piece. Little head over there. Okay, there. You guys happy? You guys happy with the little giant head? I kind of ran out of space. The head got cropped off by the framing, so I might have to erase a bit of the framing there. But yeah, it's there. Okay, and then let me see. Is this design okay? You know, I think we should just go with it, just because we need a really quick design, really quick, fast design. So I can't spend too much time, as you guys know. We spend too much. I can spend forever coming up with character designs. So we can't spend all the time on this guy, even though I would love to spend a lot of time. Oh yeah, you can definitely share the map. Yeah, put it on the art challenge, and yeah, that'd be awesome. Share your map designs. The cinnamon roll. I also feel like that's the one I hear about the most too. Cinnamon roll. I feel like this is too realistic though. Gonna try to simplify it some more. Maybe no nose. Nose I feel like looks a little kind of goofy. Sorry if anybody wanted the nose. No nose. Do people keep up with the whole Sanrio thing? I didn't know it was like, dang, it's pretty popular. It seems. It's kind of neat. Nobody knows the Owl House. Yeah. I was trying to find some maps from Owl House, but then I couldn't find them in time. So, unfortunately, couldn't find any map, like a good resolution map from Owl House. Whoa, another one. Wow, thank you, Jacob, for the $5. Nice. Glad to see it. Nice. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Peer pressure him. As soon as he got the donation. You got him, Dad. Dang. Trying to think. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's like a way to do this giant. I don't know. I feel like I would spend too much time on the giant. I know some people were like, oh, or who is it? Somebody said giving Owl House vibes. I think I was, and then as I'm drawing the head, the more I'm like, oh, this is kind of like Sauron. You know, from Lord of the Rings, got a little bit of that Sauron vibe. In the helmet. You know. Yeah, maybe something like that. Hey, cool. That's not too bad. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Ring, yeah. I'm still like chugging along with reading Lord of the Rings, man. I am still making my way through that book, those books. Okay. I'm gonna push the frame though. You know, I should have made this separate. Let me move. It's not a bad erase. Oh, you can still kind of see it. Don't mind the cheap fix-up job over here with the little thing. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna put the tag maybe around like here. Oh. There we go. Let's see, we'll call this the title box, and then the giant have the giant's head will be there. There we go. Okay. And I guess we'll paint this. Should we paint it orange? I feel like I should paint it a different color. Maybe closer to white, maybe. We'll have like a white kind of a color. Then we'll also kind of refine it too. So similar to like the islands, I'm just trying to block things in, just trying to get the shapes and everything, and then we'll do some outlining afterwards and some like smaller details, and then yeah, hopefully it will start to kind of come together. and really look like a map. Because honestly, the maps are just kind of these like small little details, the shapes of the lands, and then the details is what makes it, I guess it makes it kind of fun, you know, the little trees, the little islands, the little I don't know how to say it. Arpeggio, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, those tiny little islands. Archipelago. Somebody should write it so I know how to say it. Archipelago? I don't know what I'm saying. Archipelagos. How do you even say that? Archipelagos. Archipelagos? I don't know. I've never had to say that word before. It feels like, you know, it's one of those words where in your mind it makes sense, and then the moment you say it, it's like, what? What? That doesn't sound right. Archipelagos. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Archipelagos. Archipelagos. Thank you guys. Thank you for the assist. Appreciate it. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Kind of keep it there. Stick with this. So right now it doesn't look too much. So what I'm gonna do is kind of very similar to what I notice, or what I like, I should say, about these kind of references is, or I guess are the outlines. So you'll notice that they're not just blob of shapes, but every piece kind of has a little bit of an outline to it. So I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. And now that we have the shape of the land, kind of the giant there, I'm gonna give it a little bit of an outline. And like I said, I kind of want to go for a more cartoonier look, so we're just gonna get a big brush and probably gonna stick with this one and just kind of trace everything essentially. Or maybe I'll get, yeah, we'll get like a nice texture brush actually. And let's see, let's go for, should we go with purple? Maybe we can go with like purple. Let's see, land outline. I feel like purple would look nice. Or would that be too distracting? Now let's go with a darker line. Couldn't post my 5 maps in challenge. Oh, that's weird. Arch and arc are different pronunciations. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. Never considered that. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and start tracing. Maybe I will use just this brush over here. Hopefully make it a little bit easier to just trace. I'm just kind of going along with it. I'm not trying to do any crazy outlines and whatnot. The other thing that I'm also taking into consideration as well is that even though, you know, like, sure, this is the color I picked, but it doesn't mean that it is the kind of final color. And that's because, you know, once I've laid down the colors, I can always change it afterwards. So if you ever feel like, oh no, you know, I don't like the color, do I have to re-outline it? The nice thing about digital is that you don't have to. You can always go back and kind of change it afterwards. So if you don't like it, you can always redo it. And I'll show you guys how, because I also am not sure if this is the final color I want to stick with for this outline. Also, maybe might not even use like this kind of orange color for the lands. It was more of like the placeholders. So a lot of these are really just placeholders that I'm just laying down and seeing how I feel. Oops. I feel like I'm so used to streams being on weekends. This being on a weekend, I'm like, I mean, this I know it's like we've had streams on Mondays for a while now, though. But even then, sometimes it feels odd to have streams on a weekend, on a weekday. I mean, feels weird. D&D. Wait, is this what it is, Kevin? Curse you, Kevin. Just kidding. Is this what? Is this a thing? I guess that's true. I guess people do come up with D&D maps. That's kind of neat. Okay, just gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm just gonna clean up because this one's a little bit bigger. So. That's true. You can, yeah, you guys can make your own D&D maps. I feel like making maps is just a very calming kind of procedure. I don't know, because there's no real, it's very different from like drawing characters. It's very just, here, just draw some lands. Here, just draw some islands, draw some trees. It's very relaxing. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about it, but while drawing these, I'm just like, oh, this is kind of chill. It's kind of just, yeah, very stress-free because you're just essentially just tracing some islands. I think there's a little bit of some maybe line weight to it, but not too much. I would say that's too noticeable. I don't want it to be too heavy-handed with the line weight, or else I feel like if I put too much line weight into it, it would kind of betray or be a little bit too distracting for what this is. So, not gonna add too much line weight to the drawings, but just like here and there, depending on like the curvature and the momentum of my brush. Are also overworld map. That's true. Yeah. Board games are pretty much all like overworld maps. I mean, I guess in a way like the Risk map is in a sense just like it's just an atlas of our world. Maybe a simple oversimplified one, but essentially it's just an atlas. Okay, cool. We're almost done. The simple outline. I'm kind of there. Now, just a little reminder, this is just going to be the simple outline, so we can still add details and changes to it later, but might just finish outlining the whole thing first, and then kind of decide whether or not I want any kind of adjustments. How are you guys doing? I feel like this is so chill compared to the other streams that I usually do, with like animation or character design. I feel like I'm getting just caught up in just how kind of meditative this almost feels in a way. This is very meditative. Josh, this is looking great. So it literally just like blobs. I feel like if you just joined the stream and you saw this, you'd be like, what is he doing? He's just drawing blobs. And I think because we're not tracing like humans or anything, the line work as well, I'm just kind of holding my stylus as, I guess, loosely as I can. And then I'm just going with the flow. So if anybody is struggling with line work and they want to make like clean line work, honestly, I highly recommend just like holding your brush really in a really like relaxed way. And I know you guys can't see my hand, but you simply just use your whole entire arm. Instead of trying to trace the images or the objects bit by bit, like super zoomed in and chunk by chunk like this, instead of doing that, I essentially kind of just turn my canvas in the angle that best matches the angle that my arm comfortably can move in. So everybody's going to be a little bit different, but I usually feel like a good safe one is always 45 degrees is a good angle to put your canvas in. And then so when you trace a line, you don't actually have to trace it. You just simply move your brush and your stylus around that direction. And it should move there comfortably. And you'll be able to kind of trace things much easier than if you're trying to trace it in a weird, odd angle that you're not usually too comfortable with. And then not only that, but just kind of go with the flow. Go in the kind of just carry out the momentum of your line work. I would say that when it comes to clean line work, try not to get too caught up on the moment to moment kind of stroke, but instead think from like point A to point B. Be like, oh, how clean can I make that connection between point A and point B? And you just kind of carry out the momentum and follow through with the motion of your arm. Don't get too tense. Don't get too kind of caught up in the tiny little nuances and the details that you might see, but instead look ahead as you're tracing, and you'll get much smoother line work. So I'm just kind of cleaning up some lines right now. And the nice thing too, as I was saying, since these aren't characters, I think if the line work's not perfect, it kind of works out because, you know, it's just islands. So even then, if the lines are jaggedy, it kind of in a way ends up working because I think most people, when they look at lands or islands, they don't go like, oh, it's got to be perfectly shaped and everything. Actually, yeah, this would be a really good like exercise for like line work. If anybody's trying to practice line work, this one would be a really good one. Because you don't have to really be too clean. I wouldn't say that. It doesn't mean that you have to be like you can be like absolutely messy and throw it all out the window and everything, but I think it's a good opportunity to kind of practice your accuracy, your hand-eye coordination, but have a little bit of some leeway. Like you can make some mistakes and it'll be okay and it'll kind of work out. Oh, okay, I am gonna be mispronouncing your name, but Zhao Pedro. I guess Quinn knows you, and this is JP. Thank you, JP, for the donation. I really appreciate it. I mean, we all appreciate it, so thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, JP, one more. I still don't really get it. So, like, if we hit a certain goal, what do I have to do? Draw traditionally? Is that the test? I mean, I'm down for it. It's a little bit harder if I draw characters in traditional, but because my traditional drawing skills are a little rusty, might be a little bit rough, and you might see my head a lot because I like to lean in really close to my drawings when I'm drawing. But I will do my best if that is the challenge. In a few. Oh, I'm doing a physical map. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, sure. I'm down for it. I mean, I guess I don't really have a choice, but sure. I guess we'll do a traditional painting and a map in traditional. That's gonna be interesting. I also have not done like traditional line work in a really long time, so I am actually personally also kind of curious to see how accurate my line work is traditionally. Believe it or not, in university, I was like a master at clean painting. I was so good at like gouache painting, because gouache painting was the medium we had to use in first year, and I was a master at it, guys. You don't know how good I was. I was so good at it. I was meticulous, super picky with my lines. You get a Voa medium? Nah. Oh my goodness. Honestly, a watercolor kind of map wouldn't be too bad. That'd be kind of sick. I'd be down to do a watercolor map. Will it look good though? I don't know. I might have to do a few test runs on my own to just make sure that I can still do watercolor effectively. I'm a little rusty on watercolor, but if it's gouache, yo, I'm down. I could do some nice gouache acrylic paintings. Nice and clean for you guys, you know? Okay, I think that's it for the cleaning. I don't think I missed... Oh, wait. I was gonna be like, oh... Don't think I missed anywhere. But... Forgot to clean. Maybe I should have went in order, so I know what I cleaned and what I didn't clean. Okay, I think that's everything. Let me see if I missed any spots. Don't think so. I think that's it. I'm looking pretty good. I like that. Save my suffering. Who knew Josh started as a traditional artist? Yeah, actually, I don't know if I've ever shared this on stream before, but I'm a very, very new digital artist. I don't know, maybe you can tell, but I did not start off digitally, so I'm actually quite new to digital art. Very, very, very hesitant when I first was told, like, hey, you should learn digital, and I was like, oh, oh, really? Oh, okay. Very nerve-wracking. I think part of it was just because my assumption about digital, and maybe this is like, I don't know if people still feel this way, but I feel it made more sense because when I had digital, it was kind of just hitting its stride, which sounds very bizarre to think about maybe for you guys, which you're like, oh, but digital is so like natural. It's such a natural direction to head into, to start off learning digital or to start drawing with digital, because it's much more easier to access it now. But I don't know, this sounds so weird. Little tales from, maybe not even tales, but a little flash to the past, I guess, in a sense. Like, digital softwares used to be super expensive back in the day, so it's like not everybody had them, and even if you had them, not everybody knew how to use them either. Whereas like now, it's very, like, it's so nice that there's so many tutorials out there on like YouTube, on the internet, where people can kind of just share tips and advice on how to paint digitally. But like, if you think about it, back then, nobody really had it like that. So when I got into digital, or when I had to use digital for university, it was very nerve-wracking because it was just like, not that many people used it. Believe it or not, when I was in university, it was 50-50. I would say 50% of people knew how to use digital and the other 50% didn't know how to use digital. Like, that's how weird it sounds now saying that out loud, because that's just, I feel like it's very dominated by digital artists now. But back then it wasn't, and that's so weird to think about. It's like, oh yeah, but there was no majority, it was just 50-50. And so like my mentality going into digital was always like, oh, digital, it's supposed to do things really quickly for you. You should be able to paint automatically, but no, that's not what it is. So I don't know if anybody still has that mindset now, but that was kind of my mindset, and kind of why I didn't do digital painting, is because I thought I thought digital was supposed to do everything for you. And when I found out that it didn't, I was like, boo, that sucks. I don't want to do digital. And then turns out I was wrong. Wait, what are these? Oh, this is the giant. Wait, is this anything? This doesn't seem like it's anything. Okay. This is the giant fill. Giant fill. That sounds like a name. Giant. You're gonna name the giant fill. Giant Phil. His name is Giant Phil. Phil's lines. Phil's line. I feel like this is just gonna confuse me even more. I'd be like, what? Phil's lines? What in the world? Oh, look at that. Stellar Kitsune. Those are some cool elements in your painting. Wait, did this... This is not deja vu, right? Did JP donate again? Wait, what? I feel like I saw JP donate. Oh, you did! Oh, JP, you did donate again. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Well, thank you. Thank you, JP. Wait, what is the R? What does the R stand for? Is it like... you know, I'm not... I don't know. You can let me know what the R... What currency that stands for. They're holding hostage. Do you know more people quit? That's funny. His name is Phil. Wait, why? Was there another character that was named Phil beforehand? That's funny if there was. Does somebody else also have like a name for something else named Phil? I am making these lines up, so if it looks bad for now, just kind of stay with me as I kind of just clean up the... Maybe it wouldn't look like that. But yeah, but just stay with me as I kind of figure out just the line work for Phil's hands, you know? I feel like you guys have not seen me draw in this style in a really long time. Oh, Jacob with another 5. Wow, you guys are so generous today. Thank you, Jacob. Oh my goodness. Wow. What are we talking about now? It's pronounced haze. Acrylic. Yeah, well, I mean, we could do acrylic if we get there. Now he can't afford lunch. Oh my god. Wait. Kevin donated 5? What? Oh my goodness. And then Quinn with another 5. Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. You guys are so kind. You guys are too generous. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I guess we're just talking about the donations that people are giving. Thank you guys. This is awesome. All so that I can paint traditionally. I didn't know you guys wanted me to paint traditionally so badly. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Finish him. Oh my goodness. Okay, another one. Thank you, JP. Thank you for the donation. Again. Once again. Thank you so much. I guess what is that the last one? Do I have to draw the next one now in traditional? We're doing a traditional map design. I thought these were supposed to coincide with the, you know, the art challenge. Wouldn't by the time I stream next time, it wouldn't be maps anymore. Another, oh my goodness. Thank you, JP. Thank you. Hey, I feel like of all the streamers, of all the instructors that stream, I get challenged the most. I have got to animate on stream. Thank you, JP. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Carl Winters with another one. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, thank you everybody who donated so we can make... I don't even... honestly, I still don't really know what's happening, but I am assuming that Kevin wants me to Our producer Kevin wants me to do a map traditionally. So I guess there's that. Guess we're gonna be doing that. Well, thank you everybody for your donations and I guess supporting this goal. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of fun. That's cool. So how's this gonna work, Kevin? Are you gonna let me know like what kind of medium I can use, or is that gonna be decided later on? Wait, how's this work? You gotta kind of fill me in on like how's this gonna function because I'm just kind of in it for like, oh cool, these things are happening. Okay. Carve it in stone. Oh my goodness, that. Yo, should I do a soap carving stream, guys, where I get some soft stone soap, and I carve a map into the soapstone. Like that'd be pretty cool. Rock and stone ASMR carvings. Oh yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of neat. Mm. Little definitely I'm gonna have to refine our little Phil's head structure here, but I kind of like that it's a little not too refined. Kind of makes it feel very kind of matches the more cartoonier look to it. So I'm kind of okay with it. A little bit more, I don't know, spontaneous feeling in the way that it looks. I feel like his head just looked like ladyfingers. You know those ladyfinger breads out there? I feel like these things kind of look like those ladyfinger bread sticks. Or biscuits. I don't know. Are they considered biscuits? Maybe they're considered biscuits. Sculpt the entire map. We ain't going home. Oh my gosh. Ladyfinger breads, I know, right? Clay, oh my goodness. What do you guys take me for? I don't know how to do clay. The stream is gonna run on for a really long time if I'm doing if I'm gonna be doing play. It's gonna be a while. Sculpt the entire universe. You guys are wild. You guys are crazy. Okay, there we go. Kind of like a nice simple map. Let's fill. Okay. Gonna have to make some cleanup for the map. Oops. Thanks so much. You have to scroll, make the paper look like real old scroll paper. Oh my goodness. Well, what am I? What am I gonna get this scroll of paper from? Please explain to me, please. How am I supposed to do this? Yo, it'll be like a whole vlog. You know what it'll be like? I'm gonna go. It should be like a whole trip vlog where you come with me. We go to the art store. I go buy some like pieces of paper, and then we go into my backyard, and we go and set the piece of paper on fire, so that and then kind of like roast the paper a little bit, and then we can you know, and then we can then paint on this like scroll of paper that we just kind of burned in the backyard a little bit, you know, but it'll be like a whole session. It won't be like a 2-hour stream. This is gonna be a full-on vlog session. So I want to see more donations. No, I'm just kidding. It's just like, if you want that to happen, I need more donations. No. That'd be a really fun idea though. It's like you come with Josh on an art supply shopping trip, and then we go buy rolls of paper so then I can then set on fire to then paint a map on and everything. It'd be like a whole kind of art attack kind of vibe, you know. I don't know if you guys know what art attack is, but like I feel like that's a whole session, you know, art attack session, but modern now because we gotta stream it. Not the States. We gave you everything. That's true. You know that's all. That's true. I don't need any more from you. Can add. You know what? And I appreciate it. Appreciate the donations and the little pieces of support. I know it's all kind of, well, it's not in jest because I guess we are doing this, whatever the challenge is of me drawing traditionally, but really do appreciate all the support and the donations that you guys gave. It's kind of awesome that you guys went through with it, honestly. It's kind of neat. Fill. I feel like I drew too many cracks on him now. I feel like this is a little bit much. I'm gonna kind of pull back on the cracks. Too many cracks. You can put like these little dots on him though. I like these little. I call these the Mike Mignola cracks and the bumps. These little dots and indents. These are Mike Mignola styled after like Hellboy. If you guys don't know, Hellboy kind of has similar style and line marks on him. Oh shoot, time flew by so quickly. What the heck? Yo, I swear we just started, and then next thing I know I look down and it is like 10:27 already. We're like technically already done. What the heck? Oh, hey guy. Oh, you showed up. Guy, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while or haven't heard from you in a while, but glad you're able to show up for this. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you've been posting on Discord? Oh, okay. Cool, cool. I feel like I gotta add a bit more like just chunks. Well, glad you're able to catch us. I feel like I haven't seen you on stream in a while, so yeah. I'm also like the worst at keeping up with Discord, so if you have been on Discord and kind of live there, I guess my bad. I do not check Discord enough. But yeah, I guess guy, since you just joined, we are just doing like a map. We're doing a little world overview kind of a map, and I think it's kind of coming along. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Let me see. I kind of want to take a look at the what is it, the references. Gradation. I guess I should put in maybe some gradation in. That could kind of help. Add a bit of life to the images. I guess like green. Be good to kind of put green in, I guess. Make it green then. Let's see. The base. We'll make. Should I put a gradation? I feel like gradation would be kind of nice. Let's do foreground to background. Yeah, I feel like this is not too bad. Pretty good. Dark to light. That feels a little bit too much. Let's go like, oh, do I have it at radial? I do have it at radial. That's why. Let's go from like here down. Just a little bit. Just a little. You know what? I think I kind of like it actually just flat. We'll keep it flat. We'll keep it flat. Oh, Chalky Mickey. Whoa, thank you for. I'm assuming that's like the Mexican currency. 100 or I don't know. This is MX, so I'm taking a guess that it is the Mexican currency or something. I don't know. But thank you, Sarplem. Oh, I've never heard of that currency before. That's an interesting currency. But thank you, Chalky Mixie, for the 100. Thank you so much. Wow. We love a good chalky milky. Oh, definitely. Okay. What did I want? Oh, green. Let's go with like a soft green. Soft kind of pastel-y green, maybe? Let's see. Ooh. It's not too bad. I kind of like this. It's pretty cool. Okay. Then we're gonna add some ripples. Seriously, the boiling island comes to me when I... Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was very much heavily inspired by the Boiling Isles. Definitely took a little bit of inspiration from them for this, for sure. Definitely not gonna have too much time to do the whole like details that you might see maybe in like a world map or that you would see on like a TV show, but you know, doing adding as much as we can. I think we're doing pretty good. Not too bad over here. I feel like this is kind of coming along. It's kind of fun. Adding these little bits of details. Honestly, I feel like I could spend forever doing a world map design just because of all the tiny little details that you could add into a world map. That would be like a lot of fun. I actually don't really do too often like world maps, so but I'm quite enjoying this. This is kind of cool. This is nice. Let's not go dark blue. Let's keep it to the white, actually. The white ripples, I think, look more pleasing to... for like how this is. In my Mr. Beast rev. You don't know this, but we're all watching you in VC right now. It's very chaotic. Oh, is it? That's kind of funny. Yo, I appreciate the watch party. Getting a watch party going on, eh? Appreciate the little bit of support, I guess. With the watch party. I did not. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Honestly, this whole streaming thing is still sometimes it's still like surprising. It's still very kind of new in a way, even though oh man, it's been yeah, we've been doing this for like a few years now. I think this is like my 3rd year with Wing Canvas. And yeah, still sometimes the whole streaming concept is still so like bizarre to me. But it's kind of cool that you guys are always supporting and you're watching, and then now you guys are doing a watch party for the stream as well. It's kind of neat. By Jakob Jakin. Good night. Oh, is someone leaving? Well, glad you were able to join us. Josh has that chaotic. Do I have the chaotic? I feel like the only one who has that like absolute chaotic vibe is Jesse. I think I've got like Iggy is definitely the most calm. I think out of all of us, I think that's pretty. It's safe to say that Iggy is the most calm, and then Jesse's the most chaotic. I would not put myself as a chaotic personality. Maybe like here and there, like every now and then, maybe. But that's funny to think of. Me, chaotic. Chill, chaotic. That's true. You know, I do like that. But know when to throw a punch. Oh, you know, I appreciate that guy. Know how to throw a punch. I like that. Like that. Like the way you put it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make this a clipping group. I feel like that would make it so much easier. I'm gonna add little ponds. Little ponds here and there. Does this make any sense at all? Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe there'll be like a little waterfall up there. Oh, maybe, and then this leaks back into the water. I have no. I am kind of just making this up as we go. Hopefully you can kind of tell. I'm just kind of going along with it and seeing how it feels and how it looks. I feel like that's kind of cool to add like little bits of water inland. Always think it's kind of neat. And then maybe this like ripples back into the water, into the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, we'll put a little bit more here. And oh, this definitely we gotta pull a full-on lake here. Got the Hudson's Bay. Rest in peace. Hudson's Bay. We'll put the Hudson's Bay right over there. Oh, by the way, okay, I don't know, any Canadians here? Anybody get any good deals for Hudson's Bay? Anybody go shopping, grab any good deals? Kevin, I know that you maybe grabbed something. Did you grab anything, Kevin, for Hudson's Bay during the sale? Agreed. Love the waterfall. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the little waterfall up there. If you guys don't know, I guess Hudson's Bay was kind of like Sears. I think is like the best way, easiest way of putting it for anybody who doesn't know what the Hudson's Bay is. But then they recently, I think, filed for bankruptcy. I think is what they did, and they basically are liquefying everything. So they've been putting everything on sale, and some of the sales have been okay, but I feel like the general consensus is that things are still kind of expensive. But right now it's kind of coming to the end of the sale, so there's some pretty decent ones. I think my sister grabbed some like nice cushions. She says they're like really nice. Why would Quinn's just making everybody join in the chaos. Wait, are you watching, Quinn? Are you watching in your own VC, or are you just watching on like on like you're on like the Discord VC from like Wing Canvas, or are you doing this on your own spot? In a different server with my friends. Oh, okay. I see. What is this alignment? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Ooh. Okay. Just ignore the way the water looks from this side for these things over here. Just kind of roll with it. It's a little messy, but it's okay. Gotta just go on with it. Well, thank you, JP, for the encouragement. Yeah, here to bring the chill vibes, you know. Draw on a map. Bring the chill vibes. Okay. Hey, honestly, this is looking pretty good. I'm quite surprised. I am surprised at myself for drawing this, because I was like, when honestly, when Kevin was like, "We're gonna be doing a map," I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I've never really done a map before, but I'm down to give it a shot." But this is kind of cool. I don't know. There's something neat about it. It feels very like personalized in a certain way. It's like kind of coming up with your own world, and like every decision you make kind of feels like your own, so it's kind of cool. You you bend them for me. What? Okay, what else? Okay, we need some. Alright, little islands. We need little. Archipelago. I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong. But yeah, little archipelagos. Just put these little rocks, little islands here. Should I make them green? Maybe I should just make them green. Maybe a lighter green, just so that they're not too noticeable. Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, we gotta definitely have the little sea serpents for sure. Yeah, can't not have the sea serpent. These little green marshes of land, you know. Get them over here. And everything. Honestly, I feel like with map making, you could literally just go on and add little pieces, little chunks every now and then, and just kind of just keep adding to it. And I feel like it would be a lot of fun. Just kind of adding more and more bits and pieces here and there. Oh, and then you got to do that what is it? The whole Lord of the Rings kind of style of mountains where you just do like the three, like whoop whoop whoop. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Loch Ness. Yeah, exactly. You gotta get that Loch Ness going, yeah. In textures sometime in some rocky areas. That's true. I honestly I would have loved doing stuff like that's what I'm saying. Like with these, I feel like you can get kind of go on this forever. You can keep like just adding stuff and putting things all over the place just to like build up some kind of like just more details in the environment, and I think it would be like really cool. Mm, but yeah, just taking one from the Lord of the Rings map playbook. You know, the maps in Lord of the Rings. Just taking a little cue from there. Um, oh, and then we gotta do like the icons. You know, what is it? What do we want? Oh, we got how much? Oh my goodness, it's already 10:48. My goodness. Even though we're not streaming, I mean, we're not doing animation, I am surprised how time has flown by and I've just not realized how much time has gone by, and there's no more time anymore. I want to draw more. I want to like add more to these lands, and it'd be like, oh, this is so cool. I want to keep like adding and putting more and more. So it sucks because I'm like, oh, I wanna like add so much more to these. Too bad. Too bad we are like near out of time. We got the finger islands, the 3 finger islands, like from God of War, or I guess Norse mythology. Was it Jotunheim? Jotunheim is made up of the 3-fingered islands or mountains. Gotta get to Jotunheim. Oh, that's a weird mark. Not making it a dot. Wash? What is this, guys? Mr. Jiff. Oh right, the Loch Ness. Gotta have the monster. True. Okay, monster. Definitely gonna go for maybe like a lighter gray color. Yeah. Typical kind of nice little sea serpent sign here. Although, I guess this is my version of the Loch Ness. What does the Loch Ness look like? I guess it's whatever you want it to look like. And then we gotta have these like little dark marks for like the shell or whatnot. And oh, we can add a little bit of what's over here? I guess that'd be a little kind of got a little dragon over there, you know. You know, gotta put all the classic mythical beasts around, you know. Kaiju Nessie. Which map number should I use for my creature catcher project? 1 to 5? 3. I'm just gonna put throw out a random number out there. I don't know, 3. Ooh. Okay, so we don't have too much time. I think I'm gonna leave it like maybe here. Oh, it should definitely have like a compass. Oh, the compass on the corner. Not filled. Where should we have it? I feel like over here makes sense. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna redo it. And I'm gonna make it like imperfect a little bit. Just kind of have like certain breaks and whatnot, so it looks more like it's been drawn. Maybe I should have just hand drew it myself, I guess. That would made a bit more sense, I guess. Oh, handwriting, my handwriting. South. Oh wait, that's not south. What am I doing? Okay. I'm just gonna lasso and move this. I got so caught up with writing S, and then I was like, wait, that's not south. What? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Moss. Oh, that's such a good idea. The moss. Oh, man, Quinn, where were you when I was drawing the statue? Where was this suggestion before that? Why you tell me this one when I'm done? When I'm done the drawing. uh it's yeah, I guess, but I put the arrow there, so I feel like it makes more sense to have it, you know. But that's true. North doesn't have to be there. Mm, bro, we'll do something like that. I feel like that's kind of nice. That's not too bad. Okay, now for I guess I could have made the S bigger. Okay, dang it, guys! Why are you adding all these suggestions as I'm coming to the end? Especially you, Kevin. How could you be giving me all these suggestions now? Okay, I think the what is it? The moss I could probably do. Let's do that. Let's throw in some moss on our little guy over here. That's a cool suggestion. I feel honestly, I feel like we're just scratching the surface of this. I would love to continue work on this. This has been a really fun project actually. I really like this. This is really cool. I feel like there's so much that we could have done with this. Because I feel like we're just getting to the brink, no, like the cusp of really going beyond, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. It's too late in the night. But yeah, I feel like we're so close with like coming up with something really cool here and that we could like really expand on. I say we, but I guess well, you know what? I will say we, since you guys added quite a lot. You guys offered a lot of suggestions, and I appreciate all the suggestions. Be going beyond the brink of time. Exactly. That's what I've been wanting to say all this time. I want to go beyond the brink of time, guys. Um, but no, yeah, I feel like we're so close. We could have added so much to this. Little chia heads, you know. Okay, I guess we'll go over time a little bit, like we always do. If this is your first time in the Josh stream, this is normal. Always going, over time, just a little bit. But if you guys are enjoying the stream or you guys stuck all the way through, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely give a like to the stream, like the stream, and definitely subscribe. This way you guys are always notified of when we go live. We're doing it live. And whenever we also post like videos, especially like short form videos. There's going to be one coming very shortly of a very recent stream of mine. I don't know if we announced it, Kevin, but definitely keep an eye out for it. This one was one that I think is one of like the best pieces I've done for stream. So maybe that gives you a little idea of which one it is. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. I'm just gonna continue drawing, so it's not done yet, but I just wanted to say like a little bit of some closing statements, just like a little bit before we kind of officially head off. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this one. But yeah, definitely give a like and subscribe, and you'll get notified of when we go live. I can't remember where it's called. Where is that from? Does anybody know where that's from? We're doing it live. We're doing it live. That's from somewhere. I feel like that's from something. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Moss. Has Josh ever finished a stream art before in a stream? It happens very rarely. It's very magical when it does happen, but very rarely. I think the one time where I actually did a pretty good drawing and I finished on time was the cup noodle girl. I don't know if you guys remember the cup noodle girl, but it was like, oh, design a character based on food. I think that was one. I feel like that one I finished on time, and it turned out pretty good. But yeah, it doesn't happen often. It's very rare, but it does happen. It does happen. I can count on my one hand the amount of times that I've. Yeah, I honestly I don't think it does not happen very often. It is a very rare occurrence. And I'm glad you guys stick through with me till the end while I try to finish pieces, even though stream is technically done. So yes, thank you for hanging out. I mean, in a way, stream is essentially just a hangout. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. We're having a good time while I'm having fun, goofing off a little bit. I can't. I can't. I'm pretty sure you just add the folder, not the folder, the file. So if you go on the art challenge, it's kind of just like posting an image on chat in general, on Discord. You just upload a file and then everybody will be able to see it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I did want to add. I guess adding birds would make, like, size-wise, it doesn't make any sense. But let's see, birds. Gotta have them birds. I mean, yeah, seagulls, seagull birds. Gotta have them bird shapes. Them birds. Okay, that's the last one. I think that's the last thing I'm gonna add. We gotta come up with a name for it. So are we sticking to? Are we sticking to those gulls? They're gulls who were found by the sea. Oh my goodness. Okay, are we sticking with Spiral Isle of Dreams or Isle Spile of Dreams? That's a. I just realized that's kind of like a tongue twister of a word. Isle Spile. You know I'm kind of down with that because that's just such a goofy grouping of words. How do I want to write this one? Let's go, good old classic. Where should I go? Like, I feel like that could be kind of cool. I'm gonna run out of space. I'll spile. This is kind of cool. Dude, I already forgot it. Oh my goodness. Spile, right? I'll spile. Yo, we are not gonna have enough space for this. I'll spile. Gotta minimize the brush size. Jeez, I'll spile. Designing a font on the go. I'll spile. I feel like this is a cool font. Cool font design. I'll spile of dreams? Okay, dreams. Where should we put that? Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, we're not gonna figure out where to put how to design the R. Fibonacci style. But the paper texture. Oh my goodness, that's true. I forgot about the paper texture. No. Josh design font stream. I feel like that could be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind. I feel like that would be kind of hard to pull off, but, well, I don't know actually. Dreams, let's see. Ooh, how do we pull off M? Little, I guess, fun fact, I did take typography class when I was in OCAD, so I guess I have a little bit of some typography knowledge-ish. Is it perfected? No, because I only took it that 1 year and I knew nothing about typography, so I kind of just kind of winged it. But I did have some like interesting, some cool kind of takeaways with how to think about typography and like how to go about it when you design it. But typography is hard. Designing good typography is hard. But that was a fun class. I enjoyed it. My friend did not like it. He was like dying. I was like, why'd you make me take this class? I'm like, isn't this fun? Typography is awesome. And he's like, this sucks. I hate this. How should we have it? We should have little spikes, maybe? Nah, that feels like a bit much. It's an overlay layer. That's true. I guess, yeah, okay, fine, Quinn. I will quickly look for some paper texture. Okay, but I'm trying to figure out what to do. Okay, I guess maybe I could just leave it. Just have a little whoop 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 and then line. A little nothing. Little there. Isle of Dreams. Isle Spile of Dreams, yeah. Heck yeah. And then I think one last frame. Oh wait, no frame, but just kind of outline. There we go. And gotta add these little trinkets, I guess. Little bits here and there. Okay. I actually wanted this to be more of like a crimson color, so we are gonna change the color. You can't even spare me paper texture. Okay, fine, Quinn, don't worry. Your paper texture is coming. Don't worry, I'm giving it to you. Okay, let me quickly find it. Paper texture. It's like the most basic of paper textures. Let's see. This one looks pretty good. Oh, and it's pretty big too. Okay. I don't know, would this work? Let's see. Transfer. Okay, let's... Whoops. Did I I overlaid the wrong layer. Whoops. Jokes. There we go. That's kind of cool. Let me... It like changed the color a little bit, but you know what? I kind of don't mind this like sudden change in color. I think that's kind of cool actually. The compass though, where did I put the compass? Should have spent a bit more time labeling things. Okay, here it is. Definitely going to... Oh. Ooh. Okay, we're almost done, guys. I know, like, a good chunk of people have had to go, but we're almost done. Hey, there we go. That's not too bad. Look at that, we finished it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I realize I could like also desaturate, take away the color, but I kind of like it. You know, the way it's kind of affected it, it's kind of neat. I don't mind it. But yeah, it's got it added a bit of the gradient to it, and it kind of worked. Cool. Okay, free filter. Yeah. Yeah, we went a little over, but thank you everybody for joining us. For those who are left, thank you for joining our stream. And I don't know if anybody is joining. I really doubt that there are anybody who's just joining, but if you are, my name is Josh. I'm one of the instructors here, and thank you for joining our stream. We stream every Saturday and Monday. The Saturday ones are at 3 p.m. and the Monday ones are at 9 p.m. Usually they're supposed to go to 11 p.m., but I tend to not finish them, so they tend to go a little bit over. But yeah, so we finally finished the piece though. So thank you for joining, and yeah, just gonna kind of read off our finished closing statements, and we'll end the stream. So if this is your first time joining us at Wing Canvas and you don't know who we are, our mission at Wing Canvas is to make art education easily accessible to everyone. Join us for free live stream lessons every week. We're not just a YouTube channel, we're also an online school of illustration, helping art nerds turn their passion into income. And shout out to our amazing students and members for supporting our mission. We love seeing your incredible artwork and watching your skills improve in our classes and weekly critiques. If you're an art nerd, be sure to join our Discord, where you can find our notes and artwork from streams, as well as art challenges and other resources to help you improve as artists. And let me just quickly check what is next on the schedule. Is on Friday, Jesse has a Fixes Your Scary stream, a scary character stream. That's at 4 p.m. on Friday. And then on Saturday, she's streaming yet again, and it is a digital inking for comics cleanup, crisp webcomic lines. Ooh, line work stream. That's going to be a good one. When's my next stream? My next one is side-scrolling video game character. That's going to be on June 9th. Ooh, that's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for that one. That one's probably also going to go over. I do not expect me to finish that on time, I feel like. Okay. Well, hope you guys... Is it ending? Yes, it is over. We have finished the map. Thank you everybody for joining, and I will be posting this on Discord on the live stream channel. So keep your eyes peeled. I think this is it. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to it. But thank you everybody for joining the stream and kind of just keeping me company while we kind of work on this. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have a good rest of the night. It is 11 p.m. on my end. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, Quinn. Bye-bye, everybody.